Hello, friends. We are going to do practice on next video basic walkthrough Oracle part 2. Part 2 has some of SQL commands, some of tables, and some of select, insert, trigger. I mean mix of commands. So let us get started. Let me bring it up. Okay, so we are here. We will I prefer to use command prompt rather than using SQL command line. You can find these ones in here, but normal command prompt is better to interact with. So I would say that, like, first of all, we will whatever we are going to do, we will have to get into the database first, and that the basically on Windows command is especially for Express edition. We will go with the Enterprise edition later on, and there are a couple of other steps, extra steps needed. Especially, we have to set up some path, not path actually, environment. That will be different story, but for now we will use the basic commands to connect to the database. So SQL plus as this DBA, this will get us into the database. So we are connected to Oracle 11g Express Edition release 11.2.0.2 production environment. Means this is not a enterprise production or your workplace, but Express Edition is free, and this is for the practice, developing your code, all these things that we that many of the relational database vendors provide free of cost. In this section, second part, we will be focusing on the tables. We know what the tables is. Tables are arrangement of the data on the disk in a format of column and rows and columns. So tables are physical storage objects, right? Then next comes views. Views are logical combination of the data from various tables, one or more tables. Triggers are event-driven software, especially SQL language based. But it can be C language, it can be any other language, but it depends upon the relational database management system, how specific database engine handles it, right? So triggers are written in different languages. So procedure, next comes procedure. Triggers, we cannot call, I mean, a user cannot call trigger on demand, right? But the procedures are for that purpose. So whenever we write some procedures, that means that we are putting some business logic of an application inside the database, and we will go in details in advanced course. But in basic one, we will not be interacting, doing anything with the procedures. Then comes packages. After packages, now packages is a combination of different objects, not only one, but those packages are used widely in enterprise level application, and that makes it easy to manage the database application logic within the database. So actually, not the logic, I would say that application tasks are handled better way, right? So last one is sequences. Sequences are also widely used. So let us get on to our practice. I have logged in already in as a super user on my database. So let us proceed on. So yes, we are going to do some practice here. We entered into the database already, and the first thing that normally we do is we will try to find out the database name, which database we are connected to. So select statement is select name from v dollar database. It will tell us which database we are connected with. The name of the database is XE, right? express addition. So after that, we can create one user, for example, and then we will give a permission to that user, right? So I'm going to write these commands in text editor. So let us use the new one. Okay, so place one, all the commands I will be writing in the text editor, so that I can attach it to your video. So next statement is we will create a user user one identified by password one, password one, user one with identified by password one. Then we will grant DBA to user. I will give a package of permissions. I mean full permissions as a DBA. Grant DBA. DBA is a role that has a set of permissions that create session, connect to database, all those things, right? So grant DBA to this is for simplicity. Otherwise, you will do the fine graining of the permissions given to a user. User. Most of the times, this kind of access, this direct DBA access to user one, any user is not mostly given. It is fine grained most of the times. Then we will connect using the user one password one, right? So we will say connect user one, and the password is password. This is the syntax in Oracle to connect to a database switch user, right? So once it is connected, then we will proceed with the next commands. So those commands are there like already in. Okay, well, like let me do these ones first, and I can save this one same as not one, but this time is part 2, and then it is a text file .txt. I'm saving them in text file, whatever notes we need to do this way, right? So so create user, and first create user, and then we will give the permission create user created. So then grant permissions to this user. So I would say grant permissions paste to DBA, and then third command is to connect user password one with the new user. We will be doing the most of the things we can do without creating a new user, but in this session it is a common practice that we never do any task with the super user. Sometime when it is required, then we definitely we switch to super user, and then we do the work that way, right? Same way, we are now going to create a table, then trigger. There are 2 tables we are going to create. I am bringing them in here. So let us separate them a little bit, right? So let us go with this one first. Paste. Okay, so done. Second one also paste, copy paste, and you will see table created command. Done. So these DDL operations don't need commit. With the Oracle, whenever you will, like you had seen with the SQL Server, when you give set of statements to submit add a set of statements to the client, and then you press go, enter go to execute them. Here in Oracle, it depends upon the semicolon. Where you press, where you enter the semicolon, the statement is executed. But those are mostly not committed to the disk until you give the commit statement, right? So commit statement is mostly implicit in most of the database engines, but in Oracle you have to give the one, right? So now I am going to create a file. So I would say that when we are, I think I'm not sure what command do we use this one, notepad. Let me try. I'm not sure at this moment in unknown command. So we can say host notepad and then trig dot sql trigger. We are getting ready for a trigger. So trig sql, I am going to put this code for the trigger, and this one will be saved in I will check the code first before we save, after user in trans and then update total and whatever. And yeah, okay, so this completes here. I would save it. So let us try if it goes fine. We can if we save it, then we have to close this window, otherwise it won't give the control back, right? So the statement for running this one is simple. It is I would say at sign. We will use at sign this way, and then it will create a trigger. Let us see if that goes fine. So unname use sample, rest of the commodity go. Oh, where did I get this one? Use sample. Oh no. Trig one. Oh no. Let me break it and let us see dir. What command we have here? Trig 1.sql. Trig 1.sql was the previous. And what about the notepad? And we used command. We created notepad. Oh, trig.sql, not trig one. So that is trig.sql. So as connected and connect user one, password one, semicolon, connected. And we had provided a command trig one, no, trig one, only triggered, not trig one. Sorry about that one. That was a previous database version different, right? So this one table trigger is created. So this was created for actually in the documentation it is trig one. So we had used the trig one with the earlier practice with the students, and that is why we have got a wrong code being executed in this one. That code belong to SQL Server. So that trig one SQL, the trigger has been created already, and then after this trigger we will insert some data into this table, and this data then we will actually after this trigger is successful, we will insert the data, and we will insert the data one by one, and then we will see in, out, and okay. Well, I think in saving this one, we had same problem. This character is to be replaced with the single quotation, replace all. You don't have any problem replacing this character. It is translated as when it was created. I don't know which we might have used some kind of conversion program for from Microsoft Word to PDF. So we are inserting data, one row created. Now we are inserting row 2, row 3, I mean, we can probably can give us all of them together. If there is no issue, then it should work. Should not be any issue. I don't see any issue, right? So all of them are in now, right? And then we will set the line width a little bit, because in Oracle output is a little hard to handle. I would say hard, but you know what? Like people who are used to, they never mind. In most of the DVAs they are okay with that. So, but it's not automatic. I mean, we cannot compare it with others, right? So, but still we have to manage a little bit, right? So, where's total? Star from total. User one total. So we create total? Oh yeah, we created two tables. Copy. So yes, so we will get from the total, right? So total. Oh, I still need to set the somehow. This is what it is showing like this. Line size is 100. I gave the line size. So first line size is 100. And why it is not maybe time update is little bigger. Anyways, that should not be an issue. We have good, and we are good with this one. So this practice actually completes here. I think that this is pretty much quick practice. So we have seen how we use the external files to execute some code, and we have seen creating tables. We have seen creating a trigger, and in this course. In this portion, we don't have views, etc. We will see that one coming in next one. So thank you very much for your time, and please give us comment back how you like the video. If you like and you have some suggestions, please do comment in the comment boxes. Other than that, most urgent thing is that you subscribe, like, interact in any way. Like if you don't like, tell us you don't like it, right? At least give some feedback. When you give some feedback, then we will know that what we need to do to improve our knowledge transfer to you guys, to get motivated, to get stimulated to do better in your future, right? Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Bye for now.